Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Lobotomy Corporation. Face the fear, build the future. Let's begin the first day. Starts a new game with the current observation level. Yes. Whatever that means. Hey, Angela. Alright, so at the start of every day, I believe you get to select an abnormality to follow. But in this first level, it's always hard-coded to always start with this one. And you don't get to pick. You have to pick this one. So this is O0303. It feeds on the evil that surfaces during conversations between people. And pretty much the flavor text kind of gives you maybe a little bit of a hint of what you're maybe dealing with, but for the most part, it's unknown. I do know what this one is because I've seen the footage, but I will do my best to just play as I would play if I didn't know. Anyway, like I mentioned before, there's a bunch of story and dialogue. This is Angela. Hello, X. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am Angela, your advisor and secretary. Even though I am an AI, feel free to talk to me. Have you ever seen an AI with such a cool name? I am created from one of the wings of the world, which means I am one of the best. Ah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I look too human to be an AI, aren't you? But there's a big difference. I am bound here. I can't go anywhere I want like you do. I can open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I can't go outside to enjoy the sun or breeze. Well, as you can see, my hair color is that of the morning sky after the rain, my voice is that of the wisest person in the world, and my face is that of the person with the most beautiful smile. Haha, it was a joke. There's no such a person in real life. My appearance has been made to be attractive to as many people as possible. I don't know what that is. Attracted to as many people as possible. If you feel attracted to me, I am working as intended. Well, AIs are far more efficient than humans when multitasking. I'm the best in most areas. I can do the work of several dozen people at once. I am sure that many people lost their jobs because of me. I feel sorry for them. Enough for the introduction. Do you have anything that you want to know? Let's learn more about Angela. How should I describe this in layman's terms? Well, I heard that it took enormous effort to create me. New algorithms and features were developed, writing a new chapter in the history of AI. And I served the company. In search of solutions, we stumbled upon mysterious beings dubbed as abnormalities, and figured out that we could harvest energy from these beings using a special method. While AIs are commonplace nowadays, I'm quite different than the others. I can closely imitate human emotions. This is not as easy as emotions are unpredictable and complex. Along with other functions, I can be your perfect partner. And you have joined the company at an opportune moment. Lobotomy is looking for ways to improve its harvest processes. Our systems are continually updated to support this. Speaking of which, there has been a new update just before you came. That means working conditions have been improved than those of your predecessors. I think it as my welcome gift. I hope you do well. I was about to mention you. You don't understand the concept of patience, do you? Manager, I think you should meet other AIs. Lobotomy is a huge corporation, and there are many AIs working in different departments. If I'm the cerebrum, they're the cerebellums. Naturally, I'm your most trusted AI. Shall we meet them now? First footsteps from behind. Manager, manager! My apologies, I am 1 minute late. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. Now, we don't need your theatrics, Malkuth. Please be punctual. Go prepare for the meeting. Angela is not in a good mood today. Sephiroth are looking forward to meet you. Well, maybe not all of them. Where are my manners? My name is Malkuth. I'm in charge of the control team. Lots of responsibilities, really. I will try my best to help you to enhance the performance of this facility. I am sure that you're nervous now. It will take some time for you to get used to things around here. What is Serifera? Oh, okay, that's interesting. And then we got the log here. Okay. So Sephiras are essentially, I guess the AIs. It'll take some time for you to get used to things around here. But don't worry, I will help you. I used to be a problem Sephira, you know. I once sewed the buttons of a shirt in the wrong direction, or added salt instead of sugar to some food, but that was a long time ago, and now I'm good. I will give you an easy task as it's your first day here. Best of luck. Bam 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 bam. I can't take it anymore. Are you the new manager? I want to get out of here. Please. I know you can fire me. Please, I beg you. Why do you want to quit? Don't you like working in the control team? I am enjoying my work. I can't take it anymore. I'll go insane. Nothing here is normal. I think you're the perfect person for the job. I don't want to be here. I don't want to die. I'm sorry for this nonsense. That employee is one of mine. Let me take care of this, please. I will intervene. You will get used to it, manager. Once they lose it, there's no chance for them to recover. The control team is like the central nervous system of a human being. If we go down, everyone else goes down. It was hard for me at first too. But I tried really hard. So please don't say you can't. Manager, don't forget that your primary goal is harvesting energy from abnormalities. It is the most important function of the company. Don't disappoint me. Detail. Complete abnormality work 3 times. Mission, you can do this. Alright, so right now we just go up here and we can click the various teams and kind of do stuff with them. We only have a control team right now. You're supposed to expand a team every day. Do you want to unlock the control team and continue? Okay. Kinda have to, or else we wouldn't have anyone to work with. Print memory repository. Day 1. So we start with Daniel. And we can hire somebody. We have 2 lob points. So let's go ahead and hire an employee right now. It's going to cost us 1 lob. And then we can customize if we really want to. But if you want to change their names and stuff like that, you would actually have to do change appearance. Which I am going to do. It does cost, increases the cost by 1, unfortunately. I can change the name. And the hairstyle. And there's tons of hairstyles. As always, the text is rather small. So there's the head hair and then the back hair, which is essentially like if you want to have long hair. That's eyebrows. Alright. We'll make you... There you go. Alright. And then we can take a look at the battle face. It's just that. And then we can have their panicking face. There we go. And then their dead face. Okay. And we're gonna name you Sine. I believe that's her name. There you go. And then we'll hire her. Hello, Sine. That costs us 2 lob. There you go. And we'll take you along just in case. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So we have each, what's it called? District or team watches over a number of abnormalities. We have an unknown right now. Unobserved abnormalities are represented with a question mark, so we don't know what this thing is. Alright, and with all that, let's go ahead and start. We don't have any ego stuff, we're not going to worry about that. And then this represents the highest ordeal for this day. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so we just need to complete some works. So we start with Danielle. She's Danielle, I guess is the proper term. Is oh, stats are also randomized, by the way. I guess is that important thing to note. So we got Danielle here with 15, 17, 17, 17, 20, 20. And then Sine, which has 17, 20, 17, 17, 15, 15. So we're going to go ahead and take Sine here. And this is our first abnormality. So a skull with a cross and a crown of thorns, essentially. And so there's repression, instinct, attachment, and insight. I'm going to do insight. To be honest, that's probably what I would usually start when I'm dealing with these types of things, is try to figure out what it is without touching it. So we'll do Snakachia. Alright. I finished the management training, but I still haven't got the hang of it. What's with the chip in our armbands? So yeah, they're all wearing armband bands. And then we got some of these no-name well, they have names. There's just these guys that walk around. They do have stats, but they're pretty much bare minimums, I think. The music does stop, but it does come back. Valuing test sequences, let's calm down as we always do. Depending on the situations, O0303 can have a positive effect on Apollo-8s. Check sentience and selective memories. Check intellectual demand. Looks like we got +1 PE box so far. Check visual satisfaction. Analyze behavioral patterns. Analyze extensional awareness. Air conditioning. Nominal observation. Sonekochia's sins shall reach 00303 soon. Check attainment unit functions. Test problem-solving skills. Check visual satisfaction. Check intellectual demand. Analyze extensional awareness. Check methodical gradient. Analyze stress factors. Test cognitive development. Analyze air. Optimize environment. Sonekochia has completed the task, but 0303 was indifferent. Assessing calming sound effectiveness. Bearing the pain is half the atonement. So I got a red from that. But as long as you generally have majority PE boxes, positive boxes, it's usually going to be a good result. Or at least not negative. Okay. You have accumulated exactly half of the energy you were supposed to... God, that scrolled fast. That was insanely fast. Is there a way to bring up the log? Nope. Well, we did get +8. By the way, we can click on this and learn some stuff. Time does progress while you're in there, so I went ahead and went back. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring up... So I did insight work earlier. So let's see what we learned from insight. Okay, does really well at lower tiers, but gradually reaches common. So right now it's pretty decent. Alright, we do have 6 points. Let's go ahead and get managerial tips. 0303 restores the employee's SP when the work result is good. Mason, who was on the receiving end, commented that it felt refreshing. Alright. Let's take a look at oppression work. Common, low, low. So yeah, hostile stuff generally is not the best course of action. Anyway, what Angela was saying earlier is that we're halfway there. We passed the halfway point for our requirements. By the way, we can now go back in here. Someone from the outskirts is here too. What's wrong with the employment directive? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send Daniel in here so she can... I think it's a she. We'll say a she. And we'll do insight again because that seemed to work alright. It'll take us 29 minutes to do it. And really only one person can work on it at a time. There's Theta. Theta 0. The directive that forces us to do whatever the order is too harsh, I think. Let's just do what we've always done. Depending on the situation, they can have positive effects on employees. Sometimes menacing clicks its 0303 sometimes menacingly clicks its teeth, but it's nothing to be worried about. Daniel witnesses the reverence and solemnness of 0303. Daniel has completed the task, but it was indifferent. Isn't it possible just for once to forgive an act of evil as long as its intentions were good? I think I have an eye for people. You have succeeded in collecting the full amount of energy. Now give yourself a break. I think that's what it said. So day 1 work complete. But we're not done here. Unlock the basic information of the abnormality. Alright, now we know what it is. It's known as 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds. It's Zayan rank, which is, I believe, the weakest. We now have an increased success rate, which the success rate for this thing is actually pretty easy. It has a 5% chance of giving you penitence, which gives you +2 sanity points, as well as a work success rate plus 10% against with this particular abnormality. Alright, at this point we can go ahead and get the story. A silent abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets stare at all those who encounter it. A giant skull is attached to a cross with a crown of thorns. It floats about 2 meters above the ground. While its appearance is bizarre, incidents of violence against employees by it has rarely been recorded. Now, I kind of want to go back in here and see... I don't know if it'll let me do another work order. But I would like to do one. The main reason why I'm doing the work order is because I want to complete the mission. Now, granted, it's going to increase this Q meltdown level, but I would like to get this done. So yeah, now even the flavor text switches over to its name. I'll probably just call it 1 sin for short. Failed to trigger a reaction from 1 sen. So this will get our mission completed, and we'll get some more of these points, which we can use. Only neutral this time. But now we completed the thing. Of course, now we're even closer to triggering a meltdown. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at. Let's go ahead and complete the rest of the work favor stuff. So attachment works rather well. And I'll go ahead and get the other tip. After perfectly producing PE boxes, 1 sen restores the SP of all employees in the department. That's what I was trying to say. Originally, these are divided up into departments. And this thing has a Zan level eco suit, which reduces a little bit of damage for red, white, and black, but you take double from pale, which is percentage-based damage. And it takes 10 PE boxes to manufacture one of these things. Alright. Giant skull that's giant skull that is attached to a cross with a crown of thorns. It floats about 2 meters above the ground. While its appearance is bizarre, incidents of violence against employees by it has rarely been recorded. It feeds on the evil that surfaces during conversations between people. The assigned employee must confess their sins to it. Its feeding mechanism is still unknown. Experiment log X2321. The sins have been cataloged in 3 levels. Level 1, a small lie or action that either goes unnoticed or can be shared in jest. Level 2, sins that are more serious and only shared to the closest of friends. Level 3, sins so profound that they cannot be shared with anyone and are taken to the grave. Redacted has been assigned to confess level 1 sins. Energy production has been increased by 12%. Redacted has been assigned to confess level 2 sins. Energy production has been increased by 15%. Redacted has been assigned to confess level 3 sins. 1 minute and 48 seconds after the employee was sent in, a bright flash of light was seen. The light was so bright that it was seen even outside the containment unit. Immediately following the light, there was a company-wide power outage. The phenomena lasted for 2 hours. Redacted lost 3 years of their memory. The experiment was cancelled following this incident. The level of mental corruption of all employees in the department was greatly decreased. Ethics decree that all footage of those who participated in the experiment were to be kept sealed, but the incident left us no choice but to review the footage in the containment unit. Also, we can now complete the task a lot faster with speed rate +5. Alright, and now all we have to do is click day complete. We got S rank, everyone's alive. Both of them got increased SP. Sine got +6. Danielle got +2. So now they're a little bit more sane. Alright. Skip the next day. Assign TT2 components. Day 2. So now we get to pick. There are 3 of them. O0112, O0256, and F0483. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. People have been committing sins for a long time. From a long time ago. Why do they commit such a thing? Even when they know that it is bad. She was so talkative before. In the end, loneliness was the only listener. Everything will be peaceful while under the fairy's care. I do not feel safe grabbing the middle one. Fairies in lore generally tend to be very chaotic. And then this one's just sad. We'll pick this one. Face the fear, build the future. It's the motto of the founder, whom we will call A. Which part of the motto do you prefer? Build the future. The future is inevitable, but undecided. One could just give in the future, or shape it with a purpose. Lobotomy is an innovative company. The harvesting technologies we've discovered are such an... excuse my lack of vocabulary. It is remarkable. These technologies could be the salvation of the mankind. We're changing the future. There was some confusion last time. I am in charge of the security of your office, but I forgot to pay attention to the meeting room. The employee who made a fuss yesterday resigned. Good job. You know what it means to resign here in the company, don't you? I take it as a no. Then it's my fault. Let me explain. Apparently, some aspects of the company may shock you. We have a variety of roles here. Like a well-oiled machine, everyone has their role, and they must do their part without errors. Now imagine one of the gears wears out faster than others. It's obvious that the gear would grind down the other gears it is connected and so on. It would be wise to replace such a gear before it grinds the machine to a halt. That is what we say, resign. Excellent, you did what I asked for. I knew I could count on you. Well, to tell you the truth, I was a little worried about you at first. Oh, how was my day? It was alright. Had an emergency protocol drill. No one was injured or died. Everybody did a good job. Not that the team is perfect, though. By the way, have you seen them? Some entities that are creepier than abnormalities. I sometimes sense them in the corridors when I'm alone. The drills do no good when you see them. We know nothing about them. No matter how meticulous the plan is, it can't control the unknown. I don't know. I am not afraid of them. I feel something different. Something that... It's a strange feeling. Something nauseatic. Something alien. What can I say? Something wriggling inside me. Little by little. Your job is not just keeping the abnormalities in control. You need to make them happy so they'll produce as many PE boxes. Everything else is secondary. Complete work 4 times with a result of good or higher. Semper Fi. And we get to this. Give me one moment. Okay, let's continue. Good day, would you like to expand the control team? We don't have any other options, so yes. Alright, since we completed the mission, we get to pick one of these options. There's the game speed acceleration, which is essentially a fast forward button. Able to give work order between different departments. Joint command enables you to give cross-divisional work orders between departments. So essentially, if we had another department, and we can give orders to control team to do stuff in the other departments. I think that's what it means. Assembly summons provides beepers to employees to have them return to their departments. So this is a way to get them just to summon scattered employees to the departments, able to get work order between different departments, or we can just get game speed acceleration. So in all these cases, they're pretty minor. And inevitably, we're going to end up getting all of them. So for right now, let's go ahead and get game... Well, I'm going to be pausing anyway, so it's not going to matter. Let's get joint command. Okay, so now we have another unknown. We do know what this is, and it shows what rank it is. We do have we have additional slots on our team now. We have 3 lob points as well. If we want to, we can do reinforcement of our employees and spend lob points to level them up, which can help out a little bit. Work success rate and work speed. So yeah, it costs 1 to increase it to 1 level and 2 to increase it to another level. But I think what I'm going to do is we can go ahead and hire another person. Alright, this is Elena. Let's go ahead and spend the one lob to customize. And we'll make you... What are our options? Alright, give me one moment. So I accidentally clicked off of it, so it's going to randomize again, unfortunately. But we'll go ahead and just do the change appearances. There we go. We're going to name you... Okay, so copy and paste works, that's helpful. Q&A, let's There are a lot of different hairstyles, to say the least. Alright, we'll do that one. Alright. And I'm not going to worry about anything else for it. Alright, and with the last lob point we have, I'm going to give her some temperance. And hire her. So she'll start out with some additional stats on top of it. So her stats, she starts with 37 on her temperance stuff, so work rate and work speed are incredibly high. Her HP is pretty average compared to everybody else's. We'll go ahead and add her to the team. Yeah, it's kind of weird clicking and dragging onto these slots for some reason, I don't know why. Anyway. That is it for that. Let's go ahead and start it. We don't have any egos, I don't think. We do not. As you can see, there's the 5 tiers. In this game, it is based off on strength, I guess you can say. And you can see there's multiple levels. Asiya, Rhea, and Absoluth. As for the tiers for the abnormalities and equipment, it's Zayn, Teth, Ki, Wa, Elif. Let's begin. Alright, it's paused. So we have... Looks to be an old lady. Let's see. I could probably tell people now that I have joined the wing. Alright, so I want Kiane to come down here. As you can see, her work time's actually faster now. It's 24 compared to 28, because her stat is just higher. So we'll send her to there. I'm gonna send Danielle to this. I'm also going to try attachment. And use Danielle. nervous. Slowly, slowly. Are you ready to listen to the story? Sorry. Are you ready to listen to story of 00112? Evaluate task sequences. Analyze attachment type. Reinforce ego. Meanwhile, we got over here. Okay, we should be fine over there. So the good news is, one sin can help us restore sanity if we are ever in trouble. List friendly behaviors. Check internal working model. Examine awareness. Attachment caused by mutual trust. List friendly behaviors. Reinforce ego. The silence encroaching the room is horribly broken by the creak of rocking chair. So yeah, like I said, the translation's a bit off. You're still going. Try to create contact. Check internal working model. Also, it looks like our meter went down, which is good. And it looks like we just finished. Yeah, we just finished with this one. "0112 soul could have solitarily faded a long time ago." So yeah, and we have to get 4 good work results. So far we're okay. So for right now, it's gonna cost 10 to get any of the fancy stuff, unfortunately. So last expensive thing we need to get besides gear is the escape information. So let's go ahead and get that. Now we can get access to the ego weapon, which does white damage. We definitely need to get one of these, but it takes 15 boxes to do it. It's a non-escaped object. It has no it has no Q counter, so there's actually kind of no danger. You still probably want to, if there's a meltdown, you still want to deal with it, because not dealing with it will make you lose stuff from it, like energy or boxes and stuff. In any case, let's go ahead and take a look at the study. Redacted. This happened during Redacted at around 4 p.m. By the way, will this really work? Anyways, there was a railway about 20 minutes from my house. Some of my good friends and I decided to have ourselves dressed as forest animals. One of us decided to dress as a deer. It was a crude costume, one that could hardly be called a costume, to be honest. It's just a pair of clumsily made antlers and a dark outfit with some deer-like spots on it. Anyways, I don't know how our deer friend wandered into the woods. We didn't even realize he was missing, maybe for an hour. We looked for him and finally found him in the bushes. We called out his name. I'm not sure if it was from relief of finally finding us or what, but he started sprinting towards us, and that's when we heard it, the gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. We didn't know where it came from, but when I came to my senses, I saw that his blood splattered all the way to my feet. After that, not one of us dressed up as an animal ever again. Observation log 4435. Its eyes are empty. It is a skull after all, but I doubt it's blind. I feel its gaze on me. It is listening to me. Confessing to it lightens my heart. So that's Q&A. I want to go ahead and keep using attachment, and I want to use I do want to use Q&A for this, just because it's, well, I'm not too concerned about the speed, but I do want the work success rate. Also, Danielle is our fastest attack speed and movement speed, it looks like. Conversation is meaningless to 0112. All she needs is an audience, Danielle. Or Danielle. Unique dismal atmospheres creeps into employee Danielle. Danielle finishes the work and exits the chamber in a hurry. Try direct contact. Now that's more than half the energy. Please check how much time is left today. I don't really know if there's actual time limit. In any case. I think Danielle's fine. I don't think she took any damage. It takes the shape... Oh, let me switch back off of that. Well, it takes the shape of an old and feeble elderly person. When anyone enters its chamber, the abnormality would talk to that person. So we have enough boxes to get the basic information. Attachments seem to work rather well. So, basic information. It did state that it wasn't really looking for a conversation. Also, the ego gift is 8% drop chance. Let's get the basic information. Teth level. E-box output 14. Attack type is white. It's known as the old lady. It differs from time to time, but it always starts with, Child, child, do you want to hear an old story? The story could be a lullaby, an unspecified poem, a common child story, or something entirely new. It knows every child story and does not stop telling stories until its listener leaves. I see. Does give a lot more boxes, but everything's more expensive in some cases, so definitely a good start though. Delta O, why do you look so nervous? Okay. We just got, we've nearly capped it out. We just need one more good work result. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Sine. Danielle did take some sanity damage. She took some sanity damage. Not a lot, but she did take some. So, we'll go ahead and send Sine next. They have both the same temperament, so it should be fine. In the meantime, we have 8 points, but that's not really enough to actually do anything besides get this instinct work list, so we'll go ahead and do that. And that gives us a max speed rate now. Afterwards, we investigated incidents during the period in the employee's hometown to get a better picture. We learned that a boy named Justin was shot and killed in a deer costume by hunters during a deer hunting season. Unlike the employee's confession, Justin was repeatedly bullied by other kids, and witnesses said that they heard the kids shout, "Run, Justin, run," right before the gunshot. After the incident, the kids at the scene moved out of town and deer hunting was banned in the area. Okay. Alright, Kiane. I want you to do some insight work. I'm mainly doing insight work just to get our sanity up. Also, one thing I didn't check, the instinct is pretty much the same for repression. As you can see, it's not the best. Alright, so Cube Meltdown level 1. Is it F1? Alright, abnormalities. Emergency situations. Okay, that's it. Okay, emergency levels. Bullet. Okay, we know about those risk levels. Ah! So yeah, here it is. Zayan. Abnormalities with the lowest aggressiveness. It usually does not do much harm, and depending on the situation, it may have a positive impact on employees. Teth. This class of abnormality can cause a variety of damage to employees. However, if you manage them well, they will not cause a serious problem. He. Or Hey. Abnormalities that requires more than twice as much attention of Zayan and Teth abnormalities. They can easily kill a handful of employees, but a good manager will not let that happen. Wow. Abnormalities that are very dangerous and destructive. They are hostile to the vast majority of employees and can result in dozens of casualties when they escape. And then LF. The most dangerous abnormalities are labeled this class. You must always give attention to these abnormalities. It is a relief if these abnormalities escape and are suppressed before they destroy the whole department. Gotcha. Yeah, so Insight improves the overall environment which the abnormality is currently in. Attachment is essentially you talk to it, and then repression is you try to suppress it with the existential entity and the spiritual desire of the abnormality. Kill if counter. Got it. So what I'm trying to find is actually the emergency situation stuff. It's not in here. There's containment works. Call off counter. It's not telling me. Oh, there it is, meltdown. Alright. Meltdown alarm and occurrence. An alarm timer is shown. Meltdown occurred. The timer will go down gradually. When the alarm reaches 0, call off abnormality and corresponding becomes 0, and the PE box will decrease. Countermeasures. Meltdown is lifted as soon as an employee enters the containment unit where the meltdown occurred. It will increase, however, the reduced success rate due to the kill-off overload will still be reflected in the work. Okay, so the meter, as you can see, the timer is no longer going down because Sine entered this thing. And its call-off counter is at 4 right now. So as long as it doesn't hit 0, nothing bad will happen. Maybe it's best to send an honest employee to 10 to 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds. And it's waiting for people's sin. Okay. Rocking chair on unnaturally molded floors creaking. One sin and hundreds of good deeds is the Punisher. Looks like we're having a little bit of trouble getting this thing to work the way we want it to. And the pain is half the atonement. Her numerous stories had fascinated people, but all is left. It's left his curse in her stories. I knew you could do it. We succeeded in collecting enough energy. Though you couldn't see me, I was always there with you. Alright, and we got the clear. I kind of want this meltdown to get done with first. In any case, unfortunately I only got... Alright, with that, we can go ahead and get our first eco suit. Okay. No fancy hat. All of a sudden, creaking stops. Old lady starts reciting a phrase of a poem quietly. Nay has finished the work. It's in no hurry. So we got the mission completed. I'm just wanting to get this last bit done. There we go. While we're at it. So, as you can see, the timer's going down again. That's okay, I think. Anyway. We've been doing attachment work, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. All of it's high, so that should be fine. There are lots of managerial tips about this thing. After completing the work of an abnormality other than old lady's kill off counter has decreased. Let's see. So if you complete the work of an abnormality other than old lady. When old lady's counter reaches 0, black shapes were formed inside the containment room. Under the condition that old lady's kill off counter decreases, we decided to call it solitude. When solitude has piled up, solitude stuck to the employee who entered the containment room. That's terrifying. It takes the shape of it differs from time to time, but it always starts with child. Okay. It knows every child story? Okay, so no additional information. Or its success rate plus 4%. Alright. Completed the mission. We've been promoted. Work speed increase. We got some bonuses to work speed and work success for everybody. Kiane got a little bit of extra sanity points, which is pretty good. And we'll go ahead and skip to next day. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. And when we come back, we will pick one of these three. So, I am The Depressed Eeyore. This was Lobotomy Corporation. See you guys next time.